All right, today's episode is presented by our favorite sponsor. You know what it is. It's A Game. Whether you're at home, at work, in the gym, in the classroom, success means giving nothing less than your best, your peak performance, your A game. And now there's a beverage designed to help you bring your best when you need it the most. Everybody go check out A Game at drinkingagame.com. It will get you rehydrated. I know Terrence has had some when he's, very dehydrated. He kicks back, throws down some A Game. Same with me. Might be a little hungover. Might be, what it is. It might be a tough workout. I'm throwing some A Game back. Bring your A game. Bring your best. Tell the world, bring it on. Go get yourself some A Game. And before we get in this episode, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go follow us on the T.Ross Podcast IG, Podcast T.Ross on Twitter, and our new TikTok, T.Ross Podcast on TikTok. Go check out our merch. You see it right here. This is our merch with XX Divine. We have a collab with them. And we have it on our own website, thzproductions.com. Go check out our merch. Go get it. And now let's get into episode 54.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Patsy and T.Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride.
I want to start the podcast off. Obviously, people that follow us, they've seen it. J. Cole was in the gym with the Orlando Magic. Take us through that day. What even happened? Did you even know this was happening, or did you just show up and it just?
No, I was when it happened. I was in the locker room because I couldn't play. So I was in the locker room. I think just doing getting the lift in or whatever. And then one of the trainers came in and said, "Smart guy." He comes in and was like, "Yeah, you see your boy Cole out there?" He says Cole. He doesn't say J. Cole. He just says, "You see your boy Cole out there?" I'm just like Cole Anthony, yeah, I see him all the time. Whatever. He's like, no. He's out there right now. J. Cole's out there. I was like, okay. So I got up and went to go see, and sure enough, he was out there. The team was already playing fives, and he had a penny on, and he was out there running. He was guarding RJ, I think, but it was. I didn't know what to think. I was just like, huh. This is one of those things you just not really what do you say? J. Cole just pops up at your work. That's neat. That's cool. But I mean, I didn't know what to really make of it. I sat there and watched the game. So I mean, it was wild.
So nobody knew that was
no.
It just surprised everybody.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why he's here is because he's on tour with 21 Savage, and so they have they're doing I think that the concert this week at Amway. So I'm sure with him being the hooper that he is, he was just like, all right, let me see if I can get a run somewhere. I don't know who put it together or collabed or if his camp reached out to the front office, but he was there in the flesh with the dreads tied up, getting some runs in.
All right, give me a little taste of his game. What were you seeing?
I mean, it wasn't like he was coming here to take over. It's not
obviously
NBA 2K22 where they can just have all these crazy plus stories, but I mean, it's just, one of those guys, when you go to a new gym, you kind of just, you're just kind of facilitating, you're doing all the little stuff. So he wasn't really showcasing too much. He was more so, he got some rebounds. He's bringing the ball up, dribble hands off, passing. He was knowledgeable. He knows how to play. He wasn't lost out there. That was the most impressive thing was he was out there blending in with the players. So that was dope. But I will say this. So it was one game. He hasn't really done much, but I think somebody's driving to the hole and they drive to his corner and the dude off of him, which was Franz at the time. Franz was guarding him. He pulls off. They swing to J. Cole in the corner. Franz runs at him, puts he was trying to block you. He goes up there, bro. J. Cole for game, splash, cash. It was shot the net. I was like, well, okay, that's a guy that can shoot like that from the corner is always reliable.
And so you hit it. Did people kind of go crazy? I mean, I guess they don't go crazy. I mean, it's NBA players.
It wasn't it was ooh, it was J. Cole. It was J. Cole. You just fucking splash fucking Franz Wagner for game. Like people, of course, they said something. It was fun. It was cool though.
All right, and then what about Chuma? Because I know Chuma raps.
Yeah.
So what happened with Chuma in this situation?
Okay, so we all know Chuma raps, Big Chuma Baby. He's very
Is that his name?
Like,
is that his name? Big
it's
Chuma
not
Baby?
Big Chuma Baby, but it's Big Chuma. Big Chuma. And that's my guy. Anyway, so of course, like J. Cole there, so he's like, it's in the back of his mind, like he's, he was like, shit, you think you put me on, whatever, woo.
And he's a quiet guy. And
he's a quiet guy. If y'all know Chuma, like Chuma's like real laid back, quiet, like kind of shy. So J. Cole walks in the building. Of course, he ain't gonna be the first guy up there to be like, hey, I'm Chuma. So I just remember after broke it up and we left out the huddle, everybody started either shooting around or going to the locker room. I get to the locker room with Chuma's in there, and Chuma, I don't know if he was joking or being funny or just being serious.
Well, did you say like, Michael was playing the music?
So I went in there. I was like, Chuma. So Chuma was like, yo, you think he would sign me to his label? And I just started laughing. I didn't know what to say. I was like, bro, I mean, maybe if you go ask. And so I leave the locker room. I go back out to the court. And next thing you know, I see MCW walking out with this giant boombox stereo, holding it in one hand, playing Chuma's song. And he's playing in front of J. Cole. And everybody's like cracking up, laughing, and just like, yo, this is a dope ass song. Everybody's bobbing and listening to it. And everybody's like, yo, where's Chuma? Where's Chuma? So I'm looking around like, he was just next to me like a few seconds ago. But I think once he heard that Mike was walking out with his song playing, bro, I think he just ran away. We couldn't find him. I went to go look for him. I went to go look in the locker room. We went to go look in the cafeteria. We went to go look in the weight room, training room. He was gone. We was like, bro, this is your chance to make it big, bro. You could be being an opener for this upcoming concert, but I don't know. It was just funny, bro. We couldn't find him until after J. Cole had left. Then Chuma popped up out of nowhere, just like I'm just like, bro. It was crazy.
Did J. Cole have did he have any reaction or not? He's just chilling, getting his.
He was just looking for Chuma. I'm sure he would have said something to him, but he just couldn't find Chuma. He was gone.
I imagine he's pretty personable with you guys, right? Like it's not like
awkward. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't awkward, bro. I mean, he's hooping.
He's got like decent size, right?
He's like 6'2", bro. He's 6'2", almost 6'3". With the dreads, it looks like he's almost 6'4" because they're just.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it gives him height. No, he's Cole's 6 foot.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's good size. I mean,
that is funny. That's funny. I mean,
that's crazy. I still don't believe that he was
just there,
just pulled up to.
Have you ever had something like that happen, like in your career, where you like, because that's like what it was literally your whole team. It's not like anybody outside your team, right?
Well, pretty much. I mean, it's just pretty much them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying in general, like with any other, like when you've been preseason, yeah, like when you're preseason stuff like this, like have you ever seen anything like that where it's just like someone
a celebrity pulls up to shoot around and runs? No, he's taking us through scouting. No, that's
you want some Adam Sandler. You want Adam Sandler next.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And you know what's crazy? So Mo Wagner, he's actually in the movie.
Oh, Mo. Yeah. Wait, what?
He's in the upcoming. So Adam Sandler has a new upcoming movie.
I mean, he has a movie every 5 weeks.
Okay, so now he has a movie about him being like a coach recruiter or something like that. It's doing really? Juan. Is it Juan or Willie? I think it's Juan Hernan-Gomez is like his co-star pretty much, and it's about Juan Hernan-Gomez getting drafted. Yeah,
is it like real? It's like a biopic?
No, it's not a biopic. It's just remember when Trey Young and Tobias Harris and those guys are playing pickup?
Yeah,
they were with him filming that movie. That's why they're all together.
That's okay. That makes sense.
So they're shooting a movie, and Mo actually is like he's like the number 1 overall pick, I think, and he's like an asshole or some shit. I don't know. It's funny as hell, but I'm definitely gonna go check that one out.
The big journey.
And that's the guy we need to get to run with, bro. I'm sure he'd just love to pull up.
Sandler?
Yeah, in the 3XL shorts, bro, and that dad T-shirt that you mow your lawn in. He comes up and pulls up. That's cool.
Bro, I seen Orlando Magic post a tweet of him just with his
pull up
hoop here. Man, he's old. He looks rugged. He looks like he's been through.
he has to be late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, he's at least 50, bro.
Yeah, so I mean that looks about on par. I mean, like Tom Brady's 44, and he looks like he's
50. He's 55.
He's 55. Oh, geez.
But still, he looks like he's been through some parties or something. A lot of alcohol.
He looks like he's been famous since 1992. Yeah. Like,
I mean, he has been. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That shit gets you.
Yeah, think about that. You've been famous literally 90%.
Not everybody can keep like, bro. Like, what do you expect him to look like?
You got people like that. You got people like Justin Timberlake. You got like people like Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber. Like you see them in these kids shows when they're like little, and now they're still famous. Like, and they either crash and burn at some point or they like continue.
Okay. Let me ask you something, bro. This might be a little touchy, but I need to because I'm tired of seeing it.
What's that?
What is Britney Spears? Okay, I know she had like her dad has like some crazy grip on her, and I don't think any of that's right. But if you look at her, do you think like something's off with her a little bit? Because like she doesn't seem normal, bro. And I get it; she's probably had traumatic experiences, but like I look at her and I think about like what a normal person acts like, she doesn't fall in that category.
Yes, but this is okay. It's funny you brought this up. I was listening to someone recently talk about it. So her dad is now trying to get out of the conservatorship because the firm that is controlling the conservatorship, they say that they're posting these videos of her being crazy, and that's all they're releasing to the public. And that there's going to be a huge lawsuit down the line that her dad and her family has been just blowing her money. So once she gets out of it, they're going to get sued forever. And obviously, they're not just taking the money to save it. Like they're living a lifestyle. Like that's gone. Like money's gone. It's so there's like this theory that behind it that they're only posting crazy clips of her, and that they've been siphoning this money. And now there's a lawsuit coming down the line that's big time. That's like looking into this, and that's why her dad now is saying like I want to get out of it. It's such crazy shit. She's like 40 years old or however old she is. Like,
okay. For sure. I get that. But do you have any crazy like moments that nobody say? Like I don't. No. Did you see the thing? I think I might have sent you a clip today of her saying some shit like, or the interview dude was like, "I heard you like Pepsi." What kind of Pepsi is Pepsi? Pepsi is Pepsi. I'm just like, dog, she's been like, now look at yeah, that's what I think. I was like,
she's young. She's young. Yeah, she was young in that interview too. It's like, but that's the crazy thing. Like, dude, she has been in the spotlight. Like when I watched that documentary on her, it's like she gets harassed every time she leaves her house by photographers. All the time, bro. It still happens today, like because of this,
bro. Okay, but like. Granted, she has a little complicated, but Justin Timberlake isn't crazy like that.
Yeah,
like,
but
Ryan Gosling is doing fine. Like
because it like it like diverts away from you when you're not like in the spotlight. As like obviously Justin Timberlake's in the spotlight, but he doesn't act crazy. So I don't know, and he doesn't have all this weird stuff around him. You know what I mean?
This is just proving my point.
No, I get it, but there's obviously factors to her being crazy. I feel like that continually drive her craziness even. You know what I mean?
Like she's in quicksand. She's in crazy quicksand.
Yeah. It's gonna get worse and worse.
Trying to prove that she's not is like the more that you're.
Yeah. It's just like someone on heroin that's trying to prove to you that they're not on heroin. They're itching even more. Like,
bro, did you see? They were just talking about her iPad.
No.
He was like, "I love my." He's like, "Oh my god, I got an iPad today." I was just like, "This is wild shit."
It's insane.
Speaking of wild shit, hold up. I don't know why I'm switching gears like this, but what's the girl that was a Gabby
Petito? It's actually it sounds. Look at it,
bro. This story sounds like a Netflix series, man.
So this is like the biggest. Real. This is like the biggest news in media period right now altogether. Everyone, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. So everyone knows the basic story.
Mm-hmm.
Girl and her husband and her boyfriend.
No, they're just
Brian Laundrie and Gabby.
And they're young too.
Yeah, so they started a YouTube channel, blah, 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 whatever. They're gonna blog across the United States. They drive all these places. They hit Yellowstone. They get pulled over. I don't know. So have you seen all the stuff with it? Like, so they got pulled over. Did you see the cop tapes?
Yeah, I saw them getting pulled over, and she was telling them how they had a fight, and that sometimes she has really bad OCD, and
which
kind of she's
still
it's no
she gets psycho.
Justify,
yeah, and he's like, I just locked her out, blah blah, whatever. I mean, it's interesting. People are like saying, "Oh, the cops handled it wrong," whatever, all this stuff. But I mean, they did what they did, and like they said, you gotta go your separate ways for now. Mm-hmm. But did you hear like the story of the TikTokers that found them, that gave him a ride after the fact? Did you hear about this?
In Wyoming, or going back to Wyoming, and he starts freaking out.
Yeah, and they told him to get out. They're like, "We're going to the same place." Like, and then he's like, "No, get me out." Well, he's like, he was all fine, and then so that was a weird thing. And so then everything comes out. And obviously, we've seen it unfold in the last couple of days. Her body gets found.
No, for sure. You know what's weird too? So when I found out about all of this, it was from my trainer, and he was telling me, he was on Reddit, just like he just put her name in or whatever. And so there's these people. It was like a group of just like this huge chat going and talking about these people that took a picture of them at some wild park, national park. Yeah, and it's just of them, but in the background, it's of a girl, like, just like normal sweats and whatever. She's just laying around there, just like kind of enjoying the sun. And I forgot what day. This might have been like a few days after, this whole story had broke, and they were trying to figure out where she was. So they took a picture and they look in the background, and this is whatever girl. But the last Instagram post of her was like in this same sweatsuit attire. Crazy. And it was just weird how like Reddit fans found that, bro.
Oh, the internet, they've been digging into this so much. Like,
it's crazy.
Just with that, and then like the text messages that were sent, and he was like back in Florida, that's saying like, I don't have good service here in this park in the middle of the country. It's like it takes way longer to drive across the country.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something else. I don't know if you saw this. So this is like a sidetrack from it, but it was tied to it. So before she was found, and before all the stuff with him, there's this thing called the death zone. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, so in 2006, a Michigan State professor wrote an article called like The Perfect Crime.
Mm-hmm.
And so Yellowstone goes into Idaho. So it's in Wyoming, and it goes into Idaho 50 miles. There's a 50-mile block that's in Idaho. The far part of it, it's like desolate, nothing out there, nothing. So he wrote an article about how the perfect crime can be committed in this section of the park because the jurisdiction is the park. So that means the jurisdiction is in Wyoming, but the park falls in Idaho. So that means if you commit a crime in this section of the park, you would have to have someone that lives in Idaho but has the jurisdiction in Wyoming. So it's just not possible.
So you're just in that little loophole. You're just in that gray area where nothing exists.
So there's nothing exists. So you can't have a trial.
Wait, is that where they found her body?
No, they didn't. But I read all this like when they were looking for the body, like, well, because everybody, like the Reddit and all that, were like, everybody look in this death zone, like, and everybody was republishing that article that the professor wrote, blah blah blah. But like reading into that, I was like, whoa, this is
and he's still missing.
Yes. So then he went back. Obviously, they just raided his parents' house. He went into that. I think all the stuff that he was saying, like he went into that natural reserve, but then wrote a note telling his parents, like, come get my car and move it. But then now they've seen him on a deer camera.
So I did hear somebody say that they caught him up on like a deer camera somewhere.
Walking by.
Wild, bro.
And now they can't. I mean, they don't know if it's him for sure, but it kind of looks like him, and like it's suspicious as shit. But like this.
Where do you think? Do you think like so? What do you? So he's in the middle of the woods, and where was this deer camera?
I don't know. It's like it's in Florida somewhere, but it was kind of far. It's further away from where they like thought he was in that reserve.
Okay, so he's in Florida currently.
Yeah, he's in Florida somewhere, unless he like threw them all off and he's got out of here somewhere. But I mean, they're on him.
What do you think he's gonna do? Like, so
I think he's either going to maybe
off himself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's what they're going to find him dead in the reserve. They still might. It's just
might find him chewed up with a gator.
But like his parents and stuff was really weird, like how they were reacting. You see all the stuff with them and like how they knew
everything.
He had to have. He showed up without. He showowed up home with the van, not her. Like, and they were kind of weird about it at the start. But
I can guarantee that's exactly what happened, bro. He for sure.
But like,
took off.
And what do you think? Like, what do you think you're gonna do? Like, just live like that forever in the
Well,
world?
honestly, but think about it though, bro. If you know that the entire country is looking for you right now.
Oh yeah.
So just think about it. Like you really can't go anywhere. And where else? What better place to go than nowhere? Like it's
dead. I mean, what do you? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what it's going to lead up to.
Yeah,
because what options do you really have? Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself. Like other than that, you're going to about to get crucified and torn to shreds once you get found. Like you know what the weirdest part too is he left the Instagrams open in public for and like for everybody to go and comment. Like their Instagram pages have blown up. It's just almost like this sick perverted. Like I don't know. It's just weird, bro. It's like this sociopathic.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And not to defend him, but there is a way, like with watching the cop videos and stuff. He has there is some defense. Like he has a lawyer. They're planning up something like you're in a national park. You could say she fell. She was beating.
No, you're gonna exaggerate the truth. At all costs.
She was beating him. So like. He has that chance, but like since he's already been doing this, like I don't think he wants to even be around this. I don't even think he wants to.
He's probably just trying. He's probably just like, I just need time, bro. Like I have nothing else I can do rather than just.
He's probably trying to give himself some time.
This is gonna make for a absolutely great like true American crime story, like the ones I did with OJ
that's why we're so obsessed with it as a culture, like as
bro, it feels like it's scripted almost. It doesn't feel real. Like I and don't get me wrong, I don't say that to be like an asshole because I feel really bad for the family, but like
it's awful. It's awful.
What the fuck, like bro, this thing. Like my wife looks at this like every 30 minutes. She checks this more than like she's been watching some shows. So I'm just like, I don't know. It just feeds it right into that culture that we're kind of living in right now. So,
but like
it's unfortunate.
It is nuts. Like over how Netflix and like
bro, it just feels like HBO's miniseries.
Like how obsessed we are with like murder mysteries nowadays.
It's
like in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, it's been absurd.
This doesn't like it's. I don't know.
It fits right into it, but it is sad, and it's just a crazy story to watch unfold. But
speaking of another crazy story that I'm watching right now currently, that I think is really good that everybody should go watch out for. It actually comes out on FX, I think on Thursdays. Is the impeachment series that FX is doing? You know how like they did the whole thing with O.J. Simpson? They had like the actors.
Yeah, they had David Schwimmer.
Yeah, they're doing that now with the whole like
Nixon.
The fucking impeachment with Bill Clinton and Monica
Lewinsky. Oh, that's good. Who they got playing?
Wild.
Is it out?
Clive Owen is 2 episodes out.
Clive
Owen. And he does a brilliant job. They have the Clintons in there, but it's all from the perspective of Monica Lewinsky, the bitch that recorded everything, that pretty much put everything out there on blast. Linda Tripp. It's wild.
Yeah. We'll have to check it out. So have you? And I told you to watch. What was it? Squid Games.
The Squid Games.
Squid Games. Yes. I don't want to give away too. I won't give away too much. But people go check this out. It's a Korean show that obviously must have been massive in Korea, so they took it to Netflix. And it's and I've told you before.
I hate
voiceover like shows, but this is one that I like. I got sucked into right away.
Yeah, and it kind of threw me for it threw me for a little bit because
there's a lot of twists in this. There's a lot of
twists, but you know how what show is this like, bro? It was like
it's kind of like
Escape Room almost, but it wasn't like that.
It's kind of like Lord of the Flies, kind of like where it's like almost like Hunger Games /
No, it's not fucking Hunger Games.
Yeah, but it's down to
they don't get to fight back.
But they go against each other, though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like you're competing versus.
Sorry. I don't know why we made it so confusing. It's kind of like a Korean Saw.
Yeah. It's like a
But it's it's a twist.
Okay. Have you seen The Purge? When they have the rich people and they catch those people and they like.
I didn't watch past the first one.
Well, so they have like a section. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of like a Purge where there's gambling and betting on people's lives and stuff. But it is really interesting. There's a lot of deep stuff in this show.
Because after the first episode, I was like, okay, if you're sorry, spoiler, but they let the people out, and they're just like, well, we're going to come back. Just, we'll hit you up. It was just like, okay, that part blew my mind. But it makes sense as to why the people will go back. I'm like, okay.
We're so desperate.
It's a really good story right now. Like, at first, I was just like, yeah.
I binged it very quickly.
Oh, you're done? There's only 9 episodes.
I'm done. I watched it like 3 or 4
I'll finish it tonight then.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about. There's a Brazilian soccer player. His name is Hulk. You guys probably know him. His last name is hard to pronounce, but he's been like a famous soccer player. He's 35 years old. Played for Brazil. He makes like $20 million a year playing in China now. He's like legit. God. Yeah, he always played on the opposite side of Neymar, so he's a right wing. Neymar was a left wing on the Brazilian national team.
Okay.
And then
wait, what do you mean? Wait. Oh, Neymar. Okay, I'm sure.
Yeah, Neymar. So he's like this guy's like big time.
Really
Obviously,
he
makes 20 million. Yeah. So they call him Hulk because he's like jacked for a soccer player. Big dude. It was all over Instagram. People probably saw this, but he's having a baby with his ex-wife's niece, which is basically his niece through marriage. What do you think of it?
Too many people out there to go that route, bro. So many people in the world. And you're a freaking soccer star, bro. You don't have to like. How old is his niece? Is it like a huge age discrepancy?
No, it's not. It's not. She's 30, so she's 5 years younger than him. So it's basically like it's probably like his wife had an older sister that had a kid.
Bro, you just got done with that family. Why like make it worse? Like why like even like plant your seeds deeper into the roots of this? Like that's not how it's supposed to go.
Do you think it's weird because it was considered his niece at one point and it's not really his niece, or it's just weird because of the family dynamic?
Both, bro. It's weird because it's like one of those.
Your kids are his cousins? Are the his kids must be cousins then? Yeah.
So he has kids with that first wife.
Oh yeah.
That's bro. Do you fucking? Are you kidding me, bro? If you really have to ask that question, then you're crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's just too many people in the world for him to go and do that. Like, bro, you're a Brazilian soccer icon. You could literally have any of the Brazilian bodybuilders you want. Your name's the Hulk. You don't have to.
Yeah. Like, that's what he said. He's like, she's fit and all this, whatever. And like, he said he never cheated on her, never cheated on his wife with her, never had anything before.
Cap. How? Bro, you're just telling me that this. Like how? Like was there an origin story of how it all came to be, or it was just like we're together now?
No, he got divorced. He said his wife was using him just because he was like this famous star soccer player. He was never happy.
Okay, so there's motive.
So he was never happy. And then he just like, he fell in love with her and,
No.
Hold on. Let me pull this up.
What is happening? I don't get that.
It's just weird because like it's like your kid's cousin. I don't know, like how it's gotta be just awkward, man.
Like yeah, bro. It makes the whole dynamic of the family just that much worse now. Like nobody's gonna talk to you guys.
Whoa, wrong one.
Adam Sandler.
My fault. My computer is being slow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's my own computer. But yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. It's just not. It's nonsense. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. People, if you're listening to this,
stay away from your. Stay away from nieces.
Just once you're done, just leave the whole family. Find a new family.
Well, and it's like you got to deal with that for your whole life. Like, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of family dynamics that you're like messing with for your whole life.
This also sounds like another Netflix special.
Yeah,
or a TLC special, or like a Lifetime or something bad. I don't know. It's just too much.
Well, man, it was good to chat with you. It's a good episode.
Yes, sir. 54 episodes in.
Yep, everybody.
Who would have thought?
Stay tuned. Like I said, follow us on all of our things. Hit that like button if you've made it all the way through this, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Go buy our gear.
Peace.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Yeah, Patsy and T.Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.